welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Observer's Everyman crossword, and this is the puzzle being published on Sunday the 29th of June 2025. So as ever, I publish it a week later because there's a prize attached to it if you in the hard copy. I believe that I've heard vaguely that there might be an online version submittal coming along, but in the meantime I can't be putting up answers to prize puzzles on the web, so it comes out a week later. It's been good the last few weeks. It's been about 20 minutes, kind of cruising through them quite nicely. So hoping for another puzzle like that. I haven't actually checked my settings. Skip over filled letters, I don't like that. I think. Staying current glue. I think that's what I need. Okay. I'm going to reset the timer. And I'm going to crack on. Jokes, silences, gags. Suddenly exclaimed, systems jets malfunctioning. Intercedes, interjection. Something like that, isn't it? Interjects, I think. Let's look at this one. Help. Operators neither good nor bad. Operators overture. Help. SOS. Is unable to tilt to one side. Can't is that okay? English playwright. Anticipating ham, getting jam, rages madly. Must be James, wasn't it? James Grisham. I don't know, John Grisham. Relax in EastEnders. That bloke's leaving. He off. Surely that leaving is off, isn't it? Relax. Oh, ease off. Ease off. Yeah, so Cockney. One tipped for award. No, everyman's in the end. Average. Nominee. Minnie. No man in the end. I don't know what the average bit. Oh, E for average. Yeah, I think so. Crushed, then rejoiced, seeing airport staff. Crushed, then rejoiced. Airport staff are. Can't think of them. Oh, baggage handlers. That ain't gonna happen. To age, getting to grips with the change of home. Speed it up. Getting to grips with the change of home. Speed it up. Get something. Let's look at the crosses. Implement the return of stolen goods. Implement is to stolen goods is. Don't know. What will make you laugh? Met Gala. Ultimately, US menswear's not. Amusement, I think. Trying to spell things correctly. Amusement. Menswear. Make you laugh. Amusements. Met Gala. Ultimately is an A. US. E-men. Not whacking. I'm going to get that. This is surely SOS. But I don't know what's going on in the end. Operators overture. Is that so-so? So-so. Not good nor bad. Okay, so-so. Let's look at this one down here. Forbear enacted 10 plays. That's an anagram of enacted 10, isn't it? Don't know. Can't see what that is. Cut price. Poo-pooed. Not sure. Let's look at this cross. Fellows. Playing dance music. One welcomed in mayoral residence is a house, I think. That's house music. Okay. Welcome mayoral residence. Fellows playing is mansion house. Man's eye on mansion house, I think. One's welcomed. Yeah, man's on. Fellows playing. Okay. Memorialist worked to. Oh gosh, memorialist anagram. I forgot to get my pen and paper out for those. Yeah, work to not sure. Gone from there. Very important chap. Oui, Monsieur Trey. Okay, so that's Vic. What was that? Vico. Vicom. Oui, Monsieur Trey. Vicomte. Very important chap. Or is it OMTE? Vipom. I don't know what's going on there. Not convinced by the answer. Let's go from there. Backing a ruler from another land. Backing a rule of monarch. You'd think that's king. Backing of is for. Formosa. Form. Monarch. Rule of monarch. Foreign. Foreign, okay, yep. Makes more sense. Here, so near the drinks. So close. Near is close. Or nigh. Here. Clive He reinvented scooter. Good little clue. Scooter is... Gosh, I don't know. I can't see what that is. It's Agro. Oh, it's Agro. Clive. Yeah. Clive He, should I say. Rose must have dealt with rodent. Asian bear swimming around a body of water. Is that the Bering Sea? Which one's that? The Aegean Sea. Don't know. Fish complain is to carp, I suppose. Peel fruit on the radio. Fruit pear. That way. Peel is to pear that way, isn't it? Arabian. Is it Arabian Sea? No. Yeah, Arabian, I think. I'm going to go with Arabian. Not sure about that. Is there an Arabian Sea? So time regularly is THM or TYE. Found to be ocular in that sty. Go that being sty. This is now Christmas, for example. Now, present day. Make alterations to the battered safari suit at last. Edit is the final letters of those clues. That must be ED. Cut price. Poo-pooed. Don't know. Forbear enacted plays. Enacted 10 plays. Enacted 10. Antecedent. Gosh. James who? James Graham, I think that is. I'm not sure really. Graham. Is there a James Graham? Anticipating ham. Getting jam. Rages. I think that's James Graham. Never heard of James Graham, if that's the case. That's a mouse and a house, so that is the rhyming pair with mansion house. Rose must have dealt with, don't know. Partially shaven otter, poor wretch. Have not. Oh, clever. So that's a hidden word. This one, where am I? There. Scar I've ruptured, showing these. My anagramming is still Clive He returned. Scooter. Vehicle. Okay. Yes. That's easy, wasn't it? This one. Discounted. Oopsie. Immemorialist work 2 is Rose. Must have dealt with rodent. Is that an anagram of have? what's this again? This is the viscera. Gosh, viscera, there's a word for you. Mouse. Okay, so look at these ones up here. Crushed and rejoiced. Crushed is then rejoicing 6. So airport staff are landing staff, boarding staff. Crushed then rejoiced. Can't see that. 3142. Gosh, 31A. Move on. Get a move on. Something else. Get a move on. Speed it up. Get a move on. Yep. Here, so near the drinks. On, of. Implement the return of stolen goods. Can't think what stolen goods are. Seeing airport staff. Cannot think of what airport staff I need to go to. That one I understand. Memorialist is of an anagram, so let's cross off some letters. Mem or real ist. I am. I-E. Worked. To memorialist work to immortalize. Okay, clever. Sure one is. Not sure that Vicomte's right actually, but it seems right. This one, oh, here, so near the drinks. Is that a hidden word again? On Earth, yeah. Just a hidden word. Okay, on Earth. Crushed, then rejoiced, seeing airport staff. Implement the return of stolen goods. Implement is to stolen goods are this mouse. I don't know, see how this clue works. Rose must have dealt with. Is that an anagram? Must have. Movish. Movish mouse. Must have. Mention house. Something mouse. I assume we're looking at the name of a rose or a mouse. Rose is to must have. This is a rose must have, isn't it? Gosh, okay. So let's cross off some letters. Rose must have. M-O-U-S-E. What have I got? T-S-R T-H-A-V. Get rid of the A. A-V-S. Harvest mouse, okay. Gosh, no wonder I wasn't getting to that. Harvest mouse. What have we got up here? Then rejoiced. Clapped. Crushed. Seeing airport staff. G something 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 N something, and then assuming Vicomte is correct, which I assume it is. Crew. Ground crew. Crushed in that way. Ground crew, which means that is implement is loot tool. Now implement. I've got something wrong somewhere. Where have I got it wrong? Gags interject. So cystine jets looks about right. Tool looks right. Amusements. I never really kind of got that on. What'll make you laugh? Well, let's get going. Mansion house. Vicomte, Vicomte, yep. Foreign, yeah. On Earth, yeah. Vehicle, Harvest Mouse. So this one I'm just going through seeing if there's an obvious mistake in terms of spelling. Sty, present day, edit. Get a move on. I'll come back to that one. I think speed up is get a move on though. Ground crew, yeah. What's that? Oh, nominee now. Boom. Okay, 15.7 with. I should have typed that correctly before. Right, there we go. Wow, 15.07. That's good. Fast one this time. Bit of a struggle there, though. Right, let's have a look at what's going on in those clues, because that was not easy to decode. Right, start off with double definition. So a gag is a joke. We're in plural, so gags and jokes. And if you gag someone, then you silence them. Suddenly exclaims is interjects. That's the definition. Which is an anagram of cistern jets. Malfunctioning is your anagram indicator. An implement is a tool, and stolen goods is loot, going backwards, returning. Right, what will make you laugh? Well, amusements will make you laugh. Met Gala, ultimately. US menswear, not half wacky. Okay, I think we've got an anagram, as indicated by wacky. I think we've got US men's, US men's, plus the A from Gala and the T from Met. Should I try taking those out? Can I take those out? No, I can't. AT, US men's is 6. So where am I getting my other two letters? Right, let me just put it in pause and see if we can. Okay, it's not too bad actually. It's an anagram of Met, the A from Gala, as indicated by ultimately, and then US and men's, so not half, so lose the wear part. It's an anagram of that, as indicated by wacky. What we got on here? We've got a fellow is a man, but it's fellow, so it's man's. Playing is on. Music is house music, and one's welcomed in, so put an I for one in there, which gives you the mayoral residence, the mansion house, which is a rhyming pair with Harvest Mouse. And here we have the other another trademark clue, which is the primarily clue. So I've never heard of Vicomte or Vicomte. That's a silent M, isn't it? But anyway, it's an acrostic from those words. I'm not going to say them because they're all foreign. And I'll embarrass myself with the accent. Backing of, so start off by turning of backwards to give it FO, and then the rule of a monarch is a reign, and someone from another land is foreign. Here is on Earth, that's the definition, and then across so near the is hidden word of on Earth, or hidden words, and drinks is your hidden word indicator. A vehicle is a scooter, so question mark there as to whether, type indicating it's what type of thing a scooter is. Clive He is an anagram of vehicle, reinvented is your anagram indicator. We've got an anagram of Rose must have, which gives us Harvest Mouse, the other half of the rhyming pair. Dealt with is your anagram indicator, and Harvest Mouse is a type of rodent. Arabian Sea is an anagram of Asian bear. Swimming around is your anagram indicator, and it's a body of water. We've got another acrostic here, I think. No, we haven't got a regular clue, so we've got S, and then alternate letters S, T, Y, E. Gives you a sty. Regularly saying take the alternate letters, and a sty is inoculant irritant. Now is present day. Christmas is the day you might get presents on, so it's an example of a present day, but not in the same way. Edit is kind of the opposite of acrostic. It's the last letters of the battered safari suit, and to make alterations is to edit. On the downs, right, what have we got here? To age, well, get A is get to grips with it. Well, speed it up is to get and move on. That much I can tell you. Change of home is to move. So I think we've got get A is age with a T and the O. Where's the N coming from? Okay, okay. No, it's to age is to get on, and that is getting to grips with. So it's containing A, literally A in the clue, and then change your home is to move. So yeah, get on with a move going into it, and get a move on is to speed it up. Crushed is ground, then rejoiced. So yeah, if you're crowing and boasting, then because it's rejoiced, it's the past tense of crowing, which is it's not crowing. It's crew. Well, it's crew. And airport staff are ground crew. One tip for an award is a nominee. This is our trademark Everyman clue involving himself. NO for no. Everyman's in the end average. Everyman's is mine, M-I-N-E, so it's a possessive everyman, so it's mine. And then in the end, put in the end of average, which is the E, I think, or put it on the end actually. Yeah, so no, it's just no, and then mine, and then E for end of average at the end of the clue, I think is how it goes. One tip for the award, it's easy to say, one tip for award is a nominee. Relax in the East End, so, or rather, relax is to ease off. In the East End, so we've got a Cockney accent here of that bloke's leaving, so ease off, mate. He is off, ease off. English playwright that I've never heard of, which is James Graham. Anticipating ham, so before you've got ham at the end of it, so before that you've got an anagram of jam rages. Madly is your anagram indicator. Unable to tilt to one side is unable to is can't. I can't do that. Cannot do that. Can't. But if you tilt to one side, then it can't. That's just a double definition. Help is SOS. Operetta's overture. So the first letter of operetta is an O, which gives you so, which is neither good nor bad. Memorialist is an anagram of immortalise. Worked is your anagram indicator. Cut price is discounted, and if you poo-poo something, then you discount it. So double definition. Forbear is an antecedent, something comes before it. Antecedent is an anagram of enacted 10. Plays is your anagram indicator. Partially is saying there's a hidden word across shaven otter, and a have not is a poor wretch. Scar Ive is an anagram of viscera. Ruptured is your anagram indicator, and the viscera is what's being shown when you've got a scar. The things you've learnt, I suppose, or by experience. Another double definition here. So a fish is a carp, and to complain, carp is to complain. Peel. If you peel fruit, then you are pairing it, spelled this way, but a fruit is also a pear, as in P-E-A-R. On the radio is saying it sounds like that. And that's it. That's the whole puzzle, 1507. So there we go. Hope you found that as good, and thanks for watching.